A short while ago, the governor of New York warned expect a stronger police presence in and around New York City.
We will be vigilant, more police everywhere. You'll see them in the airport, you'll see them in the tunnels. It's not because there's any evidence of any ongoing threat or any additional threat. It is just out of vigilance and out of caution.
Senior correspondent Shawn standing by at Police Plaza in New York City. Eric.
Good evening, Brett. It is a day of pain, but New Yorkers are resilient, and we will not give in. Those are the words of New York Mayor Bill de Blasio in this room here at police headquarters within the last half hour. It is interesting to note that there is that Jersey City connection to this case and previous attacks, radical Islamic terrorist attacks in this city. We're told that that Home Depot pickup truck was rented from a Home Depot in Jersey City. That is where the Ryder van was rented back in 1993 that was used to drive down into the garage of the World Trade Center to blow it up. But officials here, when I asked, would not say if there were indications that if this indeed is radical Islamic terrorism right now. They won't confirm that, nor will they confirm if there is a wider international net or tentacles of a foreign terrorist organization involved in this, or if this suspect, 29 years old, is self-radicalized. That is all part of the investigation, and they are not yet publicly releasing his identity. The officials here sought to assuage and comfort New Yorkers in this time of pain after this terrorist attack this afternoon. Here's Governor Andrew Cuomo.
New York is an international symbol of freedom and democracy. That's what we are, and we are proud of it. That also makes us a target for those people who oppose those concepts. And we've lived with this before. We felt the pain before. We feel the pain today. But we go forward together, and we go forward stronger than ever. We're not going to let them win.
Well, for decades, New York has been the target of radical Islamic terrorists. The first, really, back in 1990, the shooting of Rabbi Meir Kahane in a Midtown hotel by El Sayed Nosair. He was a follower of the cell of the blind Sheikh Abdul Rahman from Jersey City. They went on to be convicted of a landmark terrorist plot to bomb the Holland and Lincoln tunnels. And then, of course, there was the 1993 bombing of the World Trade Center and dozens of other plots that have been disrupted. One, a car bomb set in Times Square, thankfully did not go off. And of course, there was the bombing on 23rd Street in the Chelsea neighborhood of Manhattan by a New Jersey man. He had recently been on trial. Mayor Bill de Blasio referenced the history of this and the attitude of his fellow New Yorkers. Here's Mayor de Blasio.
Based on the information we have, we know of 8 innocent people who have lost their lives and over a dozen more injured. We know that this action was intended to break our spirit, but we also know New Yorkers are strong, New Yorkers are resilient, and our spirit will never be moved by an act of violence, an act meant to intimidate us.
The New York City Police Department has a wide-ranging anti-terrorist effort. There are New York City police detectives actually stationed and posted in world capitals around the world to deal with this. There's also the Atlas program, in which officers patrol Midtown Manhattan and sensitive sites. And Deputy Commissioner John Miller here referenced the SHIELD program, in which at least 20,000 private businesses over the past few years have been contacted with indications and told what to look for potential terrorists. That did include 148 truck rental sites. So clearly this Home Depot will be a center of investigation of how the suspect apparently may have been able to rent this van and, of course, this pickup truck. And, of course, if he has been on any databases in the past, anything that's terror-related. And as of tonight, the focus does go to the annual Halloween Day Parade, which is a festive, raucous event in Greenwich Village. We will be reporting from there later on tonight. Clearly, sand trucks, police cruisers, and other type of measures to block the side streets to prevent anything such as that we saw in Nice, in which a terrorist drove that truck down the boulevard next to the sea. One of the efforts that the New York City Police Department has already engaged in dealing with the Thanksgiving Day parade to try and prevent any copycats of the international terrorism that we've seen so far, sadly, around the world, and sadly, here striking us, Americans, here at home. Brett?
Eric Shawn at Police Plaza. Eric, thank you.